Hello everyone, I'm the game's detective, and I have been working closely with the Tamarak Trail team on playtest for over 8 months. So I wanted to share some of my expertise on how to beat the trail. I have already unlocked all the permanent upgrades, and I'm gonna be playing with the detective, which is the first hero in the game. I have also unlocked all the different sides and cores. So you might be seeing something slightly different, but this is where you eventually will get to once you progress in the game and do a few runs and so on. Okay. Now the first thing that I want to share with you, and this is super important, is to set up the dice like this. Okay. Each hero has a different initial set, but this is how I recommend you configure your dice even before the first battle. And the reason behind this is that I have put all my defense, including this that adds dodge, in the same die. Because if you spread them across both dice, what's gonna happen is that in some turns you're gonna have both with defense. And maybe in that turn the enemy is not even attacking, so that's a total waste. And eventually we want this die to have all sides be in defense, because this way we guarantee that whatever happens, we're gonna have a defense in every single turn. So essentially this minimizes RNG a lot. And with that in mind, we're gonna start a run. So which way do we want to go? So this one looks good. Let's go this one. Yes, that sounds good. My recommendation when it comes to choosing the path at the beginning is the most battles that you have, the better, because you're gonna get a side, let's say an ability or a skill if you prefer, after every battle. And if you have some more battle, then that's gonna help you with building your dice and everything. Now, this guy has 12 resolve and 2 resolve regeneration. Resolve is kind of energy, but you can consider as well as block, because we cannot deal actual damage, take hearts down, unless we get this to 0. So let's start with that. And go there. Okay. Fine. Now you see he had 4 resolve, we dealt 5 damage, so and now we can take the other half down. First enemy killed. We get into choosing one of these. I'm gonna choose this one because it flips, and I will show you why. Now, I want to use bleed. The bleed is very good damage source, and the problem is that this, as you saw, didn't come out in the previous battle because it has 1/6 chances to come out. But having this one, then this flips to this, we have essentially double the chances for it to happen. Now we're gonna get a core, and let's see. I think this core is pretty good. Any of them are good. I will go for this one, and what I'm gonna do is add it. Now what this does is that it doubles the bounces, so each bounce is counted twice. So we have not come across bounces yet, but we will. Fine. That and defense. And and another attack. Defense. But you see, it's much better to have like kind of control of one attack on defense than having the RNG playing against you. Okay, I don't need to use this one. So the amount of resolve that we gain every turn is 5 plus 1 per each side that we don't play. So that makes sense. Make it 6. Now you will see in my case it goes 7. It was a bit quick, but it was a 7. That's because I have a permanent upgrade. Okay. Now finally we get this guy, and this is where things start to be interesting. Apply 3 bleed per bounce, which means 0 bleed because it has not bounce at all. And it has, or it costs 1 resolve. That's kind of energy, if you want to say. Now let's bounce it. Now something interesting, you might have noticed that this is the first time that I bounce something. Why I didn't do that before? The reason is because every time that you bounce, the cost is increasing by 1. And now this costs 3 instead of 1. Now that is because I have this that makes the bounce count twice. Means that this is kind of bounce twice is gonna apply 6 bleed instead of 3 because I have that core as I said. And that cost has increased by 2. Now something that I see a lot on new players is that they bounce and bounce and bounce, and then what happens is that every single turn they are increasing the cost of their sides or the abilities by a lot. Then you get a lot less resolve because you are somehow draining yourself without any benefit. And that's quite a lot. So if you're having trouble on first stages, remember 2 things. First, set up the initial dice as I showed, because that's gonna minimize RNG. Second, only bounce when there's a benefit on bouncing, because otherwise you're draining yourself. So, what do I want here? This can be interesting later on, but I'm gonna reroll. And by the way, this rerolls here and this rerolls here come for a permanent upgrade. You might not have that upgrade, which is fine. So I think I'm gonna take probably this one or this one. I will take this one. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this one here. Right? So now both of them all here. So now I have a 50% chances to get this one. However, I'm gonna change this like that because I want to show you another mechanics of the game, which is infinite combos. Now, the reason behind infinite combos is that this side is gonna flip here and this side is gonna flip here, and that creates an infinite loop. Now let's gonna see in practice what happens with that. Let's go for the next button. Okay, so we have this guy here. Let's put that, and now this, and now boom, right? And what has happened exactly, right? So let me go to the journal. The effect of the infinite combo is the one depending on the last side in the combo, side that closes the cycle, right? And in this case, it was this one. We got this one, we played this, it got to this one, then this one flipped this one, and this is where the final or the infinite combo happened. And that dealt 10 damage. And probably it dealt more because of the expose here, so it's probably added significantly more, not because of the 20, but because of the 2. So I guess it was 20. It should have been. I didn't pay attention, sorry. And then we can kill this guy. Now, something quite interesting as well is these guys can be a pain because the flocking and calling a friend. So in this case, we managed to beat that guy and yeah, battle in one turn. So fine. This is an interesting one. Let's take this one, and that's because that also flips. So we're gonna go back here, and I think we put this one here, so this flips here. It increases a bit the chain, but we want to guarantee as much as possible that we can do this guy. Fine, and next button. Fine, so this applies expose, so that's gonna be double damage. And this 6 bleed, as we said, because the houses count it twice. Let's attack this guy, and he loses a heart already. Okay, another heart down, and the bleed is gonna finish him anyway. That's fine. Okay, what do we want here? Probably reroll. Okay, do I want another one of these? Maybe let's get that. So let's say like that. So we have a bit of a cycle, not super efficient, but this is quite good. So we get another core, and I'm gonna go for this one. All defensive abilities add 2 more defense. And let's go there. So these abilities, these 3, get 2 more defense. That's gonna be 8 instead of the usual 6. And now let's go for the battle with the first boss. Generally speaking, this boss should not be a big issue, but let's see how it goes. So this, now we can add 6 split, and we can get this damage, and we almost drain him. Now he has already called a friend. Sometimes he does earlier on or later on, so in this case we were not particularly lucky, but it's fine. So let's get that. And I want to drain him as soon as possible. So now this is gonna take 2 hearts. This guy has added to expose. So this is an interesting mechanic that we need to talk about. This says it's gonna take 2 times 16, and this is gonna attack by 10. Well, that's not actually true, because this 16, this is the first enemy to attack. They attack in this order, from right to left. So this guy is gonna deal 16 because of this expose. But expose get expired. Then his second attack is gonna be only 8. And when this guy attack, his attack is gonna be 5. So let's see. Okay, so now 1 heart down, the blade is gonna kill him, so he's not gonna actually be able to attack, because the blade deals the damage before the attack at the start of the turn. Be aware that not everything happens at the start of the turn, so other abilities will not have that. Now we can hit this guy, and we're okay. Now let's get this, and this. And now I think I'm gonna get this, gain 5 per battle, special ability of the detective, once every Now he has one stealth, so let's do that. And every time that we defeat the boss, we get a new die. So let's fill it like. Now, if we have had more battles before, we will have had some more sides, but that depends on various things. So I want to go to the shop. It's a bit unfortunate that the shop is so early because I only have 103. If it was later on, that would be better, but let's go for that anyway. Fine. Let's see. There's two merchants. Okay, we have this. This is a good defensive side. What else do we have here? Okay, this one flips to the top. This is a very good one as well. So I can only buy one of them. I think I will go for the defensive one. Now this goes here, and we start filling this one. Okay, next battle. Let's start with this guy. Defense, and a bit unlucky there. Anyway, we can deal with that. One enemy down, and end the turn, so we get a bit more resolve regeneration there. This is gonna die because of the bleed, so don't need to worry much about him. Okay, remember that if this bounce, not affected because I have a permanent upgrade. Let's kill this guy, and they should both be dying. Fine, let's do one reroll, and let's get one more of this. And now we have fully attacked die. So, okay, I have come across all this already. Let's say gold is good because I can buy something more in the next shop. So essentially we have our bounce die, as I said, depending on what happens on this one, we bounce or not. And one die that is guaranteed defense, and another one that is guaranteed an attack. And with that, we are pretty good to go. So that one is gonna die now. Now we apply expose here. Again, we have one defense and one attack. He had dodge, so it's fine. Okay, so I think I can get this one. Let's get this one. But bit expensive, but I think it can be worth it later on. Maybe not now. Fine. Okay, let's go for this one. And I want to go for this guy. Fence. He's gonna die in the next turn. Now I'm going for this one, I think. Okay. Now this is gonna die in this turn. And we continue, and always playing our bounce die first, depending on what happens on it. We bounce or not. And we don't need that, so we get extra resolve regeneration by not playing the die. Done. This can be fine. That can help us to reduce because we are flipping quite a lot to get here sometimes. So this requires 2 flips and this requires 2 flips. That's a bit inefficient. So this one is going to require 1 flip only. And now we can get this one so everything ends here, always. And for those ones are okay. Let's get this and next battle. Go for this guy first. Suppose this and this. Now he dies. And we go for the next one. Suppose as well. And this. All on there, because he has, let's go use this one. And now we should be able to kill him like this, and the bleed will do the rest. Fine, stealth. I think this one is good as well. This one flips to the bottom. Okay. So we have finalized. So now this comes in one flip. So all those go in 1 flip, except this one that goes in 2 flips. That's much more efficient. And now for this one, we don't need the flip. That's unnecessary. And this one is probably fine for now. Good, so next button. So now you see how we're building the die. Okay, this is an interesting combination. I think we're going for this one first. this. And okay. So I don't want to abuse the bounce, so let's keep it like that. Just hold on there. Okay, so this guy now has reflect. That's tricky one. So we need to cover first. And now get there and the bleed will do the rest. So let's get this pose here. And that is one. Oh, okay, that was tight. Maybe I miscalculated a bit. Maybe. Okay, those 7. And I suppose. Let's take this 5. And we can take out 2 huts. Oh, and he has 11. Oh, because he has... yeah. Okay, so... oh, okay. It will do the rest anyway. Fine, good. Okay, gain 1 stealth every time you attack is quite good. This one is quite good as well. I think I will go for this one. But this one exhausts. It's not going to be useful now, as I will show. Okay, 2 of these guys. I don't need that. I just need to play safe. Okay, this one got the reflect. So, one hut down. Probably don't want to do expose on him because of the reflect. So this is gonna be another hut down and the bleed will do the rest. And let's get this one. I don't want to play this because I don't want expose on this guy with reflect because he will reflect double. And I don't want that to happen. So first this, okay, finally got that. And let's consume the last flag there. Okay, he got another 3. That sounds good. And a turn like that, and we recover 7 instead of 6. And this will that, and that will do the rest. Okay, this is okay. Let's get this. Fine, so something interesting is now we get into the second boss. And the second boss can be a massive wall for new players. Let me explain why that is. The second boss is super strong against anything that exhausts. So you need to make sure that you don't use scythes like this that exhaust. I don't have any here, but I have one that exhausts here, which is this one. So I'm gonna remove it, and I'm gonna play this one for this. Actually, I could make this to make him expose. Increase expose. That should be fine. And again, this one also has split. Now, the other thing that you don't want to do against this boss is infinite combos. I'm not doing infinite combos because the infinite combos exhaust sides. And as I said, if you exhaust sides, you're gonna have a problem with this. Now, I'm gonna show you if you're struggling with this boss, how different it can be when you don't exhaust sides. So this guy is gonna have 8 damage, and if we exhaust a side, it's gonna deal 5 more, so it's gonna be 13, and that's because this absorption power that he has. So let's do this, that one, and this one. And now he's gonna exhaust one of my sides. So this and that one. Now that's gonna be 10 damage. No, actually, we have a yeah, 10 damage. Okay, so you see that is 13, and that is 13 instead of 8 because he has exhausted one of my sides. So that's the side that is exhausted. Now, if I recovered it, now you see it goes back to 8. The problem with this guy is that he has this attack, but he has another attack that is 4 times 4. So you can see yourself exhausting 1 or 2 sides, plus he exhausting 1 or 2 sides for you as well, because of his ability. And then you get to, let's say, 3 sides exhausted. That 4 times 4 becomes 4 times 19. And that's where he becomes super dangerous. But as you can see, even if he had exhausted the side, I have not managed to recover it, we will be all good. So not using sides that exhaust is mainly the key, and not using infinite combos either, because they exhaust the sides. I don't need this, so I will not use and waste resolve for no reason. And now we're done. Okay. You probably see how different that is from what you have experienced. It's true that I have permanent upgrades and I have unlocked all the different sides. But trust me when I say, if you follow these tips that I gave you, you have no problem with this guy. So let's see what we have here. So, okay, then in that case, we are okay with this, I think. So let's use this like that. And we will think later on when we have more sites about what's a good alternative. Okay. 20 gold, but lose then resolve, not an option. This was added recently, so I don't have the option for this one. So I think banish the ghost was good. Okay, yeah, 10 gammon balls, yeah. Yeah, that makes our gammon balls, yeah, to the roof. So this guy's gonna deal 20 damage. And because he has one sacrifice, deal and receive double damage. So it's this one and this one. I think I'm gonna bounce this and I'm gonna bounce this as well. So that's gonna cost me 7, which is fine. I will leave it like that. Fine. And he still has sacrifice. So okay. Something important, this area, the third area, is in my opinion the most challenging area in the whole game. Right? Not talking about bosses, talking about enemies in the area. And that's because these guys have this ability. Every time that you wound them, they add 1 scare. And if you go too quickly hitting them, those scare get to 3. And in the moment that a scare gets to 3 stacks, you lose 1 heart immediately, independently on your resolve, independently on your block. That doesn't matter at all. So because of that, I'm gonna let the bleed do its magic. And I'm gonna hope that he loses the sacrifice finally. Oh, he restores again? Okay. It's not good at all. Let's get that, and I don't think we have any other defensive ability. Fine. And now I can hit him twice. Once with this, and once with a bleed. Now you see the scare is 2. Have to have it under control. Oh, this one is super good. It's one of my favorites, really. Deal 2 damage and recover 2 resolve per bleed stack. So imagine the guy has 10 bleed. You deal in 20 and recover in 20. That's pretty awesome. So let's gonna put this one, let's say here. And yeah, let's continue. Fine, so we're going for this guy first, but we need to be careful, as I mentioned, because of the scare. All the enemies here have a scare, and that can be quite problematic. So now this is 18, so he's gonna be starting to get damage. I could have started with this one, but that's not an option for now. I don't need more bleed. Okay, one stealth every time that you attack. That's fine. build this one, and I will stay like that. It's super important to not rush it, because if you rush it, you're gonna have problems and get hit. I could hit him. That's gonna put a scared to 2, but it's under control for now. There's some enemies that have a special skill that can scare you without being hit. Those are a pain. Probably come across them eventually. So this is gonna be at in 18, and that's too much. That's too much because he has this expose. So let's hold on there. I want to remove completely. Okay, so we are okay, all good. 12 with a expose, he should be receiving a hit, and now a scare goes to 1, but now we lose 1 stack. So we need to go slowly, and now that he has 2 left, we can hit him like that. What do we want? Sounds good, because we have this ability that gives stealth, so maybe that can be useful. Actually, this will flip here. Probably better if it flips here. Where is the shop? The shop is here, so I need to go up there. Fine, this is an easy one because there's only one guy. Good. And I need to be careful. Bleed will do its job. Fine. This counterattack. Not planning to use it now, but okay, fine. So this is a puzzle event which requires to have the permanent upgrade. So this should start on 2 and finish on 3, or the other way around with this one, and we get this new ability. So this is kind of okay, not good for a build. Now 10 attack. Let's go there and let's go for this guy. I suppose. Now this 18 bleed. We don't have stealth, so So this guy is dead in 2 turns without us doing anything really. Or alternatively, we can kill him now. And bleed will do the rest. We'll keep that to 2, but that's fine because we have reduced his attack. And we can apply suppose this guy. We want this to get to 0 before we do much on that one. Let's hold on there. I will keep that one. Okay, now I'm going for this one, now that I don't have any. Now it's in here. Now I'm going to recover all that. And get this. Now, keeping this in 2, I know what I'm doing, so my advice for you is keep it in 1 always until you know, well, different enemies and so on. Because otherwise that can be tricky. So I'm gonna add some bleed to this guy, but not a lot. Now this, I need some defense. And I'm gonna hold on for that. I can potentially add another 6, that makes sense. And I can recover this side. Which I probably don't need to, but anyway. Now he's gonna die anyway, so let's do this. And we can now 1 hit like that and another vulnerability. Good. What do I want? Okay, that's 1. Okay. Okay, which one do I want? Okay, I know attack the ghost is a bad idea. Let's get this. Okay, that's I believe that's 7 damage and 4 blind. Yeah. Let's keep it like that. Fine. First guy this one. This pottery, it's only 2. Not a big thing. This is gonna be 6. It's probably too much. Yeah, it's way too much. Let's hold on. Let's get rid of this guy. Now the blade is gonna kill him, so this then are not relevant. And let's hold on there. Can actually put some bleed on this guy. And if I use this, I will refill all my resolve, which is better than letting the bleed work. Now stack on this guy. And we have one of these, so let's hold on. So this area is challenging because it requires to be quite mindful and hold on the tag. You see, I could deal way more damage, but that ability they have is quite painful. Let's hold on there. So now I lose the last stack and I can go a bit more crazy. Oops, that didn't bounce. Fine. And I can let the blade kill him. It's fine. So this can be interesting, probably against the final boss. Let's go first for this guy here. This has not been useful at all because I'm not getting stealth. The idea is to use this one as a source of stealth, but if it doesn't come out, I think they're gonna hit me, right? Unless I use this. That's fine. Oh, again 16 and 12? Okay, I guess in that case I will get hit. Yeah, with these attacks, there's nothing I can really do. I'm gonna hold on this one a bit because I want to make sure that that works well with that. So hit him with this. Fine. Okay, it's sad because the RNG there can play well for us, but that's fine. Okay. And final hit. Good. What do we have here? This can be interesting. Okay, so we know this one is not working at all. And this parry, let's use this one instead. Now let's recover the heart. And get this guy. Better like this, so I recover. And fine, now he's gonna die. Let's stack this slowly, like this. Otherwise, we have some issues. Fine, so this is in 2, now it's in 1. And we can simply skip this turn just to get rid of the scare. Now this is gonna be, let's add some more. guys in this turn. I want to do that, so this happens more often. And probably this one as well. So now we are I think I want the core. If I can choose, I prefer the core. Let's go for this one. And I'm gonna put that one here. So it's all one more damage. Again, similar setup. So start hitting that one. Not yet. And this, same thing. We could get this guy. Now stack a bit, but not too much. Sounds good. We'll go pushing a bit, but want surprises. And now I can stack anything that I want. Now 23 damage. It's fine. And he dies now with a bleed. Good. Could get another one of these. Do that. Instead of that one, which is not really working at all. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's go ahead. And one more battle. Fine, let's go for this one because it has 3 hearts only. And stack. It's a stack. Do we need... No, we don't need to. I don't need this either. That's fine. Let's hold on with that. can kill that guy this turn safely, and now we need to on a bit, maybe. Like that. Let's hold on that. Okay, so now we don't have any scare. And we can start stacking. One cut down. Let's get blocked. And now again. Now we can hit him twice. Let's forget that one because we don't have it. But I'm gonna continue with the same flow. Okay, this guy has a special ability, I believe, if I recall correctly. So let's get him down as soon as we can. Okay, this says deal additional damage equal to the number of stacks, which we don't need, right? So let's get that. Play it safe. And simply let the bleed do its work. Remember that the thing with the bleed is that we have this that doubles the amount of bounces, so it's kind of stacking twice as quickly as it will otherwise. Fine, and now one hit and the other with a bleed. Fine. I like this one particularly for the final boss. And now to the shop, and we have 627 gold, which is pretty good. Okay, I don't want any of that. Let's see what we have here. This one, maybe. Not very lucky with the shop. I'm gonna get this one. This legendary one. I'm thinking more towards the final boss, really, because otherwise that's fine. Let's get this. Okay, so now this guy is strong, this enemy is strong against bounces. But with the build that we have, it should be fine. It's not gonna be anything crazy. So he's gonna restore a lot of resolve, as you see, 24. But that's gonna stack much faster. So see because we have this guaranteed. Skip it like that. So he has. Oh yeah, we have this, so he gets exposed all the time. Oh, this is awesome. So let's get this one, hit him like that, do this one, and then we deal 104 damage and recover 104 resolve. Done. Okay, good. New die. Okay, let's see what we do with this new die. Well, first, maybe this one is working well. It's okay. So we can get this too. We can add this once because this is always gonna bounce. We can add this one. And this one. So it's all like a utility. All of them. Maybe it's not convenient to bounce this guy. So this die is the die that we don't want to bounce. Okay. Usually, maybe on the very first turn. Where is the shop? Here. So I want to go this way. Okay, so we are like 1 hour 15 minutes into the run. And I'm going for this guy. So these guys in this area have this ability that deals 6 damage back. It's not as bad as the ones in the previous area. So we should be fine. Okay, so this now, every time that we attack, we get one stealth. That's good. That's 18, and I can get that. And I'm gonna hold on there. Now, this attack should be doing 23 because of this one here. So we want to first block because of this ability. So let's do that, and he's gonna die now. And we refill to the top. So apply for 4 Drosy. Okay, so that's less resolve regeneration. Let's block always in this area. We need to block first because every time that we hit them, they hit 6 back. Fine, so before Drowsy, let's get this and we refill. And because we refill, we're completely safe. Again, now this one. I don't need more bleed, really. Actually, you know what? And I could have just a skip as well. Fine, so this is blind. And I'm gonna get this one because we don't have it, but I'm fine with our current situation. Let's go to next battle. You see, this is quite crazy. So let's get this one. I don't really need this. This one is good. So because I'm gonna refill, I can use this one. And now this one. It refills everything. So just as a reminder, this side here deals 2 per bleed stack and recovers 2 resolve per bleed stack. So use against this guy will be dealing 52 damage and recovering 52 resolve, which is like filling the whole resolve completely. So now let's get this one. Oh, I forgot to cover first. Fine, my bad. Let's see, we can get this, so no problem. Okay, he has 14 already, so let's get in Drowsy as well. Oh, it was per bounce, I forgot. Or the bleed will have done its magic. Let's get this one. Which is probably an overkill, but it's gonna be better than that one. And another core. I'm gonna roll first roll of combat. Let's roll first roll of combat this one. Fine. Okay, so we got 6 so far. Okay, fine. So I have 13 resolve regeneration. But that's not permanent. go for this guy first. This has less resolve. And we refill. And Rosie as well. We can make use of that. I never used that side before, really, so... Okay, always first cover because of this. Recover that. Get this guy Rosie, and why not? Come on. Not that I want to recover those, that's unnecessary. And well, he will die with a bleed. Fine, so this double the stacks of the buffs. That's doubling the bleed, and other things will be pretty good. So I'm going for this one. And I'm gonna use instead of that one. Now next battle, and should be not taking too long to over. And this is the one that we don't want to bounce usually. What do we have here? Oh, what? It's not allowing me to play it. It seems like a bug. Okay, anyway. Let's leave it at that. I don't need to play that one. Okay, so this one's gonna die now. And we can put the dispose here. Now let's start this, dispose, and bouncing. So let's bounce this one as well. Not necessary. We don't need more of it. So we can hit him like that. And the blade will finish him. this might be. Or this for more blood. Let's go for that one. But I will hold that one for the final boss. Okay, so that's 24. And use this one. Oh, I forgot to go first. So again, same process all the time. Skip that. And now over. And down again. Fine. Line and flip to the top. And make some use of it. Maybe. But for now, we're okay. Skip it like that. Oh, again, I forgot to cover. But anyway. Fine, and this guy is already dead. All good. All good. Stealth is a good idea as well, but so far my build is good, so okay. So it's the first time in a long time that I come across this one, right? So say find another way, and don't want to really bother about that. This costs more resolve that I have. Hold on, and recover like that. So this one is gonna die, and let's use this, and we can do that. Now over like this. Well, I don't need that. And now he simply dies with a bleed. Let's get, let's say that one. And go ahead to next battle. Now, again, same process again. I don't want to use that. This one I don't need it either. Let's leave it at that. Okay. So I suppose here I want to kill that guy. So this guy is now dead. That. So this is gonna cost 5. I can make use of this. So let's do that. And the bleed, finish him. Good. Fine, we get another this one that doubles. That's for later. We can start adding them here. So like that. Okay. not that we need it. Okay, so we always try to avoid using unnecessary sides or unnecessary bounces. Okay, we can... Oh, I want to get this one first. So that one is gonna die now. And I believe we'll do the rest as usual. This one. And now let's go ahead. Let's get one more core. So yeah, nothing really amazing, but get this one, yes. And ritual again. So it should be 1 to 7 or 7 to 1. Okay, again this side. Okay, and we get to the final boss. So let's tweak our settings a bit. The final boss is kind of strong against flips, so we want to avoid over flipping. So that's fine. That's fine. And this one, I want okay, that sounds okay. Stealth can be good, even better than Drowsy, even better than this one, and this one as well. Can be very good. Better than that Drowsy. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's kind of okay. I don't want to bounce too much, so let's get this one here, so we avoid one bounce necessary. And so one flip. We want to avoid flipping too much. I put this one here. So that should be enough. Let's go. So that's where the challenge is. Fine, 15 attacks of 1. Let's start stacking. This is that fine, and that's okay. So that is 24 blade. And I'm thinking that one. And I don't want to overflip, so let's go ahead. Fine, again, 15 times 1, so some defense. Great, so let's add another whatever, 47, and I gonna recover all that. Actually, I can hit him like that first and then recover all that. Now end the turn. Oh, you see, it's almost dead, but there's a bit of something coming. I will show you in a moment. So I want to get this. We're lucky because he has an ability that removes all the debuffs. So if we are lucky enough, we can get this one. And we need to hit him twice, right? So let's hit him once. Let's get over and let's double this. And we can use this one again. Another draw C, not needed, so okay. Fine. But this boss has 2 stages. And in this stage he's gonna die almost immediately as well. So he might remove the bleed, so we need to be careful. So then that deals his damage, and now he dies. Boom! Yeah, awesome. So it was a good score. So overall, bleed goes very well. Flips, remember to set up your initial dice correctly as I showed. Don't overbounce. Remember that the second boss is very strong against anything that exhausts side, so don't use exhaust size that exhaust. Don't use infinite combos against him. Remember that the third boss is strong against bounces, but it can become like a problem. And this last boss is quite strong against flips, so don't overflip. And the third area is very difficult, so bear that in mind. And I think I can show the yeah, so that was it. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will be doing more videos, so check out my channel in YouTube and also my Twitch, because I'm gonna be doing more videos about it. Thank you everyone for watching, and happy gaming.